What screams I was emotional abused as a child. Decision paralysis and extreme responsibility/fear of messing up. If they mess up, it's always their fault, and it always could have been avoided if they just thought more or researched more. In reality, a decision can be considered for a week and be right, and a year and be wrong. There are always unknowns, risk is unavoidable. Children with high-pressure parents don't learn how to manage risk, they learn a mistake is always their fault, and ends in shame and punishment instead of growth and learning. I had "you're going to ruin your life" parents, and now I can't even go grocery shopping without stressing over whether I really want that snack, or should I buy this flavor or that, or what is my budget. If it's a decision bigger than a snack, I frequently can't make a decision at all and agonize for months or years until I'm forced into a decision by circumstance. 0/10 Do not recommend. Hyper-independency. You have to become everything for yourself when you don't have someone to lean on. Catching yourself giving out too much personal information and actively talking less afterwards. When you read this comment section and go OFK, why is everything relatable? Being afraid to speak up about your interests out of fear of the other person judging and making fun of said interest as they don't like the same thing. My dad did this to me since I was 3. And he now wonders why I don't tell him anything. Having low self-esteem. Most likely have anger issues. Having difficulty regulating their emotions. Can't stand up for themselves. Having suicidal thoughts. Having trust issues. Always jealous of others. Bad relationship with your parent, s. Believes they're the cause of their parents' divorce. Speaking from experience. Bullying others or yourself to feel better/higher. Don't know the meaning of true love. Afraid of falling or being in love. Afraid of people in general, doesn't count introversion. Feeling empty most of the time. Hides from their problems instead of solving them of the fear they will make it worse. Tendency to drink and abuse drugs. Credits/you/AdamX cough on. Being either very empathic or apathetic. Feel that everything you do in life is wrong. Edit. TYSM. Everyone who gave me an award I really appreciated, smiley face. Never saying no to other people. Can't take compliments. Deflects positive comments. Not being able to have boundaries. Not being able to accept help. Anticipating why people are mad at you even when they haven't communicated they're mad. Being all lovey-dovey when someone treats you the bare minimum. I'm currently seeing a guy, and he's one of the best thing who ever happened to me. Because he doesn't leave when we disagree. The first time we did, I was absolutely sure he would leave and tell me I was too much to handle, because last time I came with spontaneous willing to discuss an issue to go on together, the person told me I was too sensitive, too much to handle, and that he wasn't ready, in fact, for such commitment, even if he was the one who asked me to become exclusive. I felt destroyed, not because of the breakup, 6 months later he was just a mistake with a nice beard and butt, but because I felt like I was a burden, not legitimate to share my feelings with my partners after not being able to share it with my parents. He can just encourage me and I feel like he's giving me a kidney. Or just tell me, it's interesting when you talk when I say I might be bothering him. Just sad it happens when I'm now terrified of the idea to trust anyone outside of my sister and mom. 0 self-esteem, your mind bullies you/insults you, you're paranoid of what people think about you, you're afraid to form relationships, friends or life partners, you have a hard time trusting people, you walk silently, you speak quietly, you automatically assume the worst in any situation, you can't stand up for yourself, you're socially awkward, you're never happy or content, you say yes to everything even if you don't want to do it, you agree with the bad things people say about you, you compare yourself to others, then tell yourself you're worse/stupid/ugly/etc. compared to them. Assuming every person who's acting like they care about them will eventually betray them. They don't seem to be able to regulate strong emotions. They're quick to check any excitement they might feel with some downer thought about how good things never last. They are unable to validate their own decisions and usually need to check with someone else to see if something is worth doing. Strong paralyzing indecision for fear of making a wrong choice, and getting punished. Also, never expressing any emotion ever because as a child they got screamed at / shut down for it right away. Resulting in them not being able to feel or express emotions in a healthy way later in life. Hypervigilance. The elevated state of constantly assessing potential threats around you is often the result of a trauma. People who have been in combat, have survived abuse, or have post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, can exhibit hypervigilance. Self-critical perfectionism in the idea that if you aren't good at everything then what good are you for? Apologizing at every little thing when they didn't even do anything wrong, becoming distant or suddenly quiet and retreating around certain topics or when someone raises their voice, overall having a long history from a young age of low self-esteem or self-worth, and not wanting to do specific and super minor things, or inversely, not wanting to forget about small minor things that aren't that big of a deal for fear of getting yelled at. Just a few that can be very obvious signs to me since I myself have a few of these same issues. Not being able to tell how you feel or what you want because you learned that these things don't matter. Buying a gift for yourself feels like breaking a tacit rule. Ninja steps. People are constantly commenting about how you're sneaking up on them when you feel you're just walking normally.